and he was like, yeah, it's this rapper, man. He's deceased now, but he went hard. His name was Doe B. I think he's from Atlanta. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute, pimp. Let me stop you right there. He ain't from Atlanta. Forget he's not from Atlanta. No, he ain't from Atlanta. Atlanta can claim a lot of dope rappers. Shout out to Hot Atlanta. But I ain't finna let them claim Doe B.
This is hip hop album debate. Let's get the conversation going. Ain't no time to waste. Yeah, the podcast that I know you've been wanting. They talking real hip hop. Got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot, the number one place all day. This is hip hop album debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Welcome to Hip Hop Album Debate, the podcast. This is Q, and this is episode 85. And the debate topic is that boy Doe B and his song, Let Me Find Out. Which one was better, the remix or the original? Or should I say the original or the remix? But before we get into this conversation, you guys be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Dig that? All right, so let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. So, Doe B, may God rest his soul. He dropped a song back in 2012. Let Me Find Out. And, man, let me tell you something, man. Just being an Alabama native and hearing this song for the first time on the radio, the original, I'm like, okay, I don't know who this guy is, but this guy is something special. You know what I'm saying? And I think that at that time, I know I personally was waiting for someone to kind of put Alabama on the map, put Alabama on their shoulders, and kind of bring, kind of put Alabama back under hip hop's radar. And Dirty did it, and they had a good run. Shout out to Pimp, shout out to the Gangster. Got a chance to interview them. Super duper legends, cool guys, fun interview. You guys be sure to check out the interview as well on the YouTube channel, Hip Hop Album Debate TV. You can see the interviews, but they carried it as far as they could take it, considering the circumstances that they were dealing with. You know, being signed to Universal, kind of being with a situation where they catered to Nelly and Cash Money, so they was kind of victim of circumstance. They ended up getting signed, or Jay Prince ended up picking up their contract, and so I think they finished out their remaining contract with Jay Prince and Rap A Lot. So, you know, they did their thing, but it just wasn't enough considering the circumstances. The same with The Last Mr. Big. The Last Mr. Big, he was so raw and underground. I don't think he was built. I don't think his style would have took it like nationwide or global. Rich Boy had a good run, but it wasn't sustainable. Yellow Wolf is okay, but nothing like what Doe B was about to do, you know, and what he did do for the short time he was here. And I tell you, man, when that boy dropped that original, Let Me Find Out, man, it was so raw. So he ended up getting signed to Grand Hustle, T.I. record label, and it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. I was happy that he did. It was just such a beautiful thing to see that happen. Let Me Find Out, the remix with T.I. and Juicy J. When I was happy about the idea, but when I heard the song, I'm like, okay, it's not like the original. It was dope, but they softened it up a little bit. And I get it. That's what you got to do to be more appealing to the masses. So I get it. I get the whole idea behind it. But man, in a lot of cases, the remix is better than the original, especially when you add bigger artists. You know, I always like to think of the Loonies. I got 5 on it. Like, you can't even think of the original because the remix went so hard. You know, but man, I thought that it was different. It was cool, but it was different, and that what kind of made me spark the conversation. And let me give a shout out to my amigo, my Mexican homie up here in St. Paul, Minnesota. He was the one that mentioned Doe B to me. We was talking about Southern hip hop, and he was saying how he was a big fan, and he felt like the Twin Cities, that they don't play Southern hip hop as much as they should. You know, they do. I've been here for 6 years, so they do, but not like in the clubs. And like, you know, I guess like he feel like they should. I don't know, because I don't really go to clubs per se. And so anyways, my man he mentioned Doe B, and he was like, yeah, it's this rapper, man. He's deceased now, but he went hard. His name was Doe B. I think he's from Atlanta. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute, pimp. Let me stop you right there. He ain't from Atlanta. Forget he's not from Atlanta. No, he ain't from Atlanta. Atlanta can claim a lot of dope rappers. Shout out to Hot Atlanta. But I ain't finna let them claim Doe B. And so I was like, no, pimp, he from Alabama. And he was like, oh, man, dude, I love him, man. I love him. So it was good to hear that, man. So shout out to my man Marco, my amigo, my Mexican homie. So the question, which was the better song? Let me find out, the original or the remix. Personally, I say the original. That boy went hard. He didn't hold back on it. But let's see what the people had to say. All right. So, no comments via SpeakPipe, but we do have a couple of comments on IG. And my man Antonio Fuller writes the original. All right. And then my man True DSGB left a GIF saying, hit him with the remix. All right. So let's go to the polls and see what the people had to say via polls. And 25% said the remix, 75% said the original. There you have it. Shout out to that boy Doe B, R.I.P. Doe B, aka Baby Jesus, a legend, was gonna put Alabama on the map. He did for a short stint. The Gump, shout out to the Gump. My hometown's about an hour from Montgomery. The boys do their thing down that way. Shout out to the Gump 334. All right. So I'm Q. I'm gone. Peace.